Good morning, Corlin. I welcome the opportunity to speak on the Social Welfare Bill 2017. And I want to say, Minister, that women in particular are being discriminated against and being treated unfairly and unequally by our social welfare system, specifically in relation to the rules and regulations governing the state pension entitlement. The question of averaging of bands and minimum contribution changes made by Minister Burton in 2012 all mean that women are being seriously disadvantaged and discriminated against by these changes. And of course that discrimination, that inequity is being continued in this social welfare bill by the Minister and by the Government. And of course everybody is aware of this. The Government are well aware of the situation and each and every member of this House is aware of the situation, and it has been raised on numerous occasions by members right across the House. And the Minister recently gave the impression that she would deal with this problem, or at least make a start to deal with this problem, and treat women fairly and equally in relation to the state pension entitlement. We understood that a memo was to go to Cabinet on the 14th of November last to make a start in making the various changes. However, that has not happened, and the changes were not made, and they are not included in this bill. I raised this issue in the budget debate on the 10th of October last. And I particularly raised the question of the changes made by Deputy Burton in 2012. And these changes affected approximately 25,000 women. And many of their pensions were reduced. Some pensions were wiped out altogether, and some women were made dependent on their spouses and our partners in relation to pensions. It has been suggested that it would cost about €70 million to reverse the 2012 changes, and somewhat higher figures for retrospective backdating of the changes that were made. Now, there's no doubt that that money is readily available. This is a very wealthy country. And choices were made by this government and the previous government which could have been different and could have tackled this issue and still could tackle this issue. I refer in particular to the fact that in the last number of budgets, approximately €100 million a year were given back to the top 5% earners in this country, people whose average income would have been €180,000 per annum. Or we could have used, for instance, the tax foregone in the next 21 years by not taxing the banks. Or, of course, we could use the monies available, which we'll be talking about here tomorrow in relation to the Pay and Pensions Bill, where the government is proposing to give a €15,000 increase in pension to former Taoiseach like Deputy Bertie Ahern and Deputy Brian Cowan. So there are choices that this government could have made. There are choices that this government should make, and properly treat women who have been disadvantaged and discriminated against in relation to the state pension.